What it do, boy?
What it do, boy?
Dude, boy.
Good with
What's going
it.
on? Happy New Year's, fellas.
Happy New Year, bro. Shout
You my guy.
How y'all feeling? 2024, baby. It's finally here. We made it,
made it,
baby.
man.
Um,
2024, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, what what was y'all's like highlight of New Year's or New Year's? What like did y'all do anything in particular? Celebrate anything like that?
Nah, bro. For me, I just stayed home, man. I didn't do anything. It was just a chill time to just reflect on the year and write down my goals and things I'm trying to accomplish in 2024. So I just chill. It was just a chill time. Most New Year's,
Yeah,
bro, most New Year, I just chill. I don't really do a whole lot.
yeah, I feel that.
like back in. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I mean, yeah, it's something similar, man. We just chilled at the crib, had a couple drinks, but right when it hit New Year, it's dope because we went out in the little backyard and just like all you could see all the areas around us just
Hmm.
getting busy with fireworks. So it was kind of just dope to just have a little beverage after kind of going over some goals and shit, have a couple drinks, and then just seeing all the different areas around us getting busy with the fireworks. That's highlight of
Yeah.
my night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
what
I know you
about you,
had a
Z?
night, boy. This boy Zenas. I got a
Uh,
missed call at Zenas at 2:35.
ah!
That's 2:35 AZ time though. So
Oh,
that means in New
damn. That's
York
like
it was
4
like
a.m., 4
4:30,
a.m.,
boy.
4:30 over there. Well, were you
It
up
was
to no,
like
no good,
4:30,
Zenas?
boy.
Were you up to no
I
good?
didn't. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't go to sleep till like 6 this morning. Oh,
Sheesh.
Dang.
Sheesh, man. What's the highlight of your night, brother?
uh, the highlight of the night. Honestly, just the entire night. Like it was a really good time. Like it was just we I was super tired going into the night. I'm not gonna lie. Like there was a point where I was just like, do I even really want to go out? Um, but we all kind of rallied and we made plans to go to this spot called Cafe Erzule in Brooklyn. And
Oh, shit.
I had been there before, but this particular night, like last night, was wild. Like the only the biggest gripe I had about it was like you know how like places be holding lines, like that's what they
Mm.
did. Like I hate it when they do that, you know. So like
Yeah.
we,
To make
you
it look like it's more cracking than it is, kind of.
know, so that's exactly what they was doing. But eventually, like we got in, and it was a really good time, man. Like it was the vibes were right. The DJs were really good. Like it was mainly like it was predominantly women who were spinning, and like it was like five different DJs, and they like four of them were women, and they were all dope, you know. So
That's fire.
it was
That's
actually
fire.
really dope. They curated a really good night. The drinks were good, you know, like, but that's also another reason why I was up to like, you know, I was on the Red Bull vodkas and like I was
Right.
up to it was just hyper, just like oh, just
That boy was in the mix, boy.
yeah.
Did you end up, did you end
Yo,
up spending last night?
No, 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 I didn't. I was going to like I had hit the dude up, but like he was talking about something along the lines of like it's a ticketed event, and I was like, you know, like my friends had already made plans for the night, you know, to go to Cafe Erzule, and I was gonna meet up with them afterwards, and he was like we'll just work on like because it's so last minute, like work on doing something
right.
else, like cool, like that works,
Okay.
but it's just cool to like you know start getting in the mix and you know meeting new people, seeing new faces, you know, shaking hands, you know, meet new DJs. I met a few of the DJs last night, you know, just introduced myself and just you know tapping in with people, you know, showing love, you know, like we entering 2024 showing love, you know, like
Right.
always. Uh, um, and yeah, so it was a really fun time. Like I'm not gonna lie, I had a really good time. Like initially, like I was like, do I really want to go out? But at the end of the night, I was like, you know what? I'm glad we did go out. You know, like because it was
Right.
just really, it was one of those nights where you just had like a lot of fun, and it was just a wild time, and it was just like, yeah, I'm glad we sent it out. So I'm glad
That's
He's
what's
like,
up.
we out.
That's
we were
what's up.
Out.
You know?
outside. Shout out to Marco. He said Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year, my guy. I see Silly in the building.
I see,
Yeah, Happy New Year to
yep.
you
Happy,
all.
Silly Beats.
I see, I
Happy
see,
2024.
I see Cass.
Aston popped in. Yes, sir. Nakai popped in.
Yep.
Happy New Year, y'all. Yeah.
Another year, more blessings, more life, man. You know, just crazy. We already in 2024. You know,
Right.
I was actually talking to Austin about it. It's just like the pandemic was such like a interesting time because I feel like those years just like flew by. Like
Oh
it's wild
yeah,
already in like 2024 now. You know, like it's so
crazy.
crazy. Last three years have just been completely just like the sense of time has just been way off. Like
Right.
it's just like, man, I don't even know anymore. But yeah, here we are in 2024, man. You know, happy, blessed, can't complain at all, man. Can't complain at all.
Yeah. I mean, I think 2024 is gonna be a great year, man. I was saying this earlier. If you're not trying to elevate in 2024, like bye. Like my goals right now, bro. My mindset right now.
Boy said bye.
He said
Yeah,
bye.
if you're not like, it's like if you're not trying to get, let me preach. If you're not trying to get better in 2024, bye. If you're not trying to get in great shape, bye. If you want to be a loser, bye. If you want to be mediocre, bye, Felicia.
You want to be broke? Bye.
Bye. You want to be broke, bye. If you're not trying to make six figures, bye.
You
Yeah.
ain't trying to be
Shit.
bomb.
Right.
Bye.
You know
You
what
ain't
I'm
trying to be.
saying? And by bye, we
Yeah,
mean buy yourself, because I'm not coming with
bye
you.
yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
No, no, I'm excited, bro. Like everything we've been talking about, I think like we've been building up for 2024, which is
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
good, right? Because I think for me already, I think we already have that self-discipline in place, things we already been doing. So for me, I'm going to 2024 like I'm ready, right? It's like I've been preparing all year, and
Yeah.
I'm ready to like just go beast mode. So man, just everything we did, bro. Like not knowing that this show is gonna be beneficial, bro. Like even for me, someone who's like really organized, this shit has helped me a lot.
Facts.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Facts, bro.
Yeah.
It's funny how something as simple as like turning like regular just conversations into like business meetings with your homies is it changes a lot, right?
Changes a lot.
You
Right.
like and then doing some of these live just became is a podcast in real time. So it's really dope how just, we've been setting up these systems to just, you know what I mean, to be in place that, it's gonna roll into the new year already. So it's
Yeah.
dope.
It's really dope, man. And like that's just laying the foundation. I think that's a big piece of like I think 2023 was a very successful year in a lot of different ways. But I think specifically like laying the foundation for what it
Right.
is accomplished this year, and moving forward.
Right.
A very year, just a year of realization, a year of reaffirmation. I think in reinstilling all belief within ourselves, within the people around us. I think that's what 2023 was. And that being said, I'm looking even more forward to what 2024 has to offer and just beyond. Just because P and I we were actually talking about it the other day. Like I don't know if anybody shares the same sentiment, but I just feel like something is in the air. Like
Facts.
I
Right.
think that's been a recurring, sentiment between us. Is just like there's something in the air, and I feel like everyone feels it. Like
Right.
there's a shift
Right.
happening for our eyes. And that's the dopest piece about it is just like when it
Right.
comes to like dating, just like you said, bye to everybody who ain't when you're in that elevation phase, you can't help but just like want to be around people, surround
Right.
who have the same mindset, like and just uh helping each other elevate, like, contributing to each other's growth and stuff like that. And it's just dope to be here now and
Right.
celebrating that. But that being said, is there anything specific that y'all are most excited about for 2024?
Bro, I feel like I'm a shark in the water right now, and I just smell blood, right? And, for me, it's just everything we've been working on so far with like the business, seeing how much progress we made in 2023, and just reflecting, bro. I don't think I give that 100%. We had this discussion before, and
Mm-hmm.
knowing that we were able to make like tremendous progress, and I know within myself I never get that
Yep.
100%. So I'm just excited to see what more can I, take that business to whatever I'm doing right now in 2024. If I'm willing to like go all in.
Yeah.
So that's
Mm-hmm.
something I'm really excited for, bro. Just to see how far I can get in 12 months if I really stay focused and dedicated to whatever I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Shark in the water.
That's fine. So, like Z, it's like Z. I kind of heard you on one of your posts talking about it's the Mamba mentality. It's the Mamba year. It's 2024, right? So you the Mamba mentality. That's what kind of Diamond's talking about. Is that Mamba mentality? Like just kill everything that's in front of me.
Right.
Like you know what I
Everything,
mean?
bro.
Like everything I'm working on, bro. Just kill that shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm gonna say for mine, bro. My word of the year is gonna be systems, bro.
Yep.
Right.
I just want to set up. I want to set up systems this year that like like produce money and results on their own without, like, you know what I mean? Well, I heard this thing that says you work really hard on the systems and
Right.
then, you know, like they run themselves after they're set up. You know what I mean? So I want to set in a couple systems on stuff that we're already doing and where those things run themselves. You know what I mean? So that's like my
Facts.
word for the year, that I just want to put in place different systems that can run themselves. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely.
What
I
about you,
love
Z?
Mhm.
you can't be successful without systems,
Facts.
you know. So
Mhm.
you can have all the motivation you want in the world. You can like have all these elaborate plans, but if you don't have the systems in place, it's gonna fail. So I love that. For me specifically, I think I'm just most excited to kind of Diamond's point is just continue building on what was established in 2023 and just really seeing how far we can take this thing. Like just everything, like I think we have a lot of things that are currently in the works, like, you know, behind the scenes, and really just like seeing all of those things through, you know, making sure that all those things are fulfilled to their very end. You know, like I think oftentimes people give up on things too easily, or like, you know, like they just don't see them through to their end. And I just want to be able to see each and every idea, every opportunity, every relationship, you know, just continue building, nurturing it all, and just
Right.
seeing like what fruits come from just investing into that, you know, like and kind of P, to your same point, we talked about this in one of our previous episodes, is just narrowing down that focus to
Right.
where it's just like our investing into ourselves and everything that we're working on, like we would in the stock market, like,
Right.
or in any
Yep.
have too many. You don't want to invest in too many things. You want to narrow it down and just focus on those and give it your all. And I'm really
Right.
excited, like, as we narrow down those, we've already narrowed down those focuses. Now it's time to
Right.
just, and I think that's probably my word for 2024 is execution now. Like, you know, like the
Right.
foundation laid, the plans are in place. Now it's just time to execute everything. And so execution is definitely what I look forward to the most in 2024.
Right. Facts.
That's fire. It's a couple things in here.
Shout out to John James. He said Happy New Year. Yep.
Shout out to John James.
Um,
He said what's next for you gents? Including music, entrepreneurship, relationships, personal growth.
a lot, man. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Let's
I'll
I'll
start.
say maybe one thing. Yeah, what's one thing that's next for each of us?
I'll start, man. As you can see, I'm drinking right now because I'm thirsty for success this year, bro. That's why I'm drinking a lot
That
of water.
boy.
I'm thirsty for success.
I see the metaphor. It's a metaphor. That's how we.
Yeah.
We'll cheers to that. We'll cheers to that.
No, but like for me, like let me go back to this question. Which one? Like, what did you learn about yourself?
No,
Or
Not
um,
above that.
what
It's what's next for you?
looks like what's next for you?
oh, for me, what next for me, man? Because I have a goal when it comes to like I think Marco mentioned it when it comes to revenue, right? Because like my goal was like 1 mil this year in revenue, but I was like, man, why set myself short? I'm going for 2 mil, you know.
Let's
So
go.
like for the business, I was like, why play small? You know, it's gonna take the same amount of effort to get to 1 mil. Why can I shoot for 2 mil? What happened? The worst happened. I don't get to two, I get a 1.5. So that's way better than what I initially thought. So my goal right now with business, I would say 2 mil, bro, in revenue by the end of 2024. And just also
Sorry.
when it comes to like fitness, improve my cardiovascular fitness, bro. You know, like I've
Mm-hmm.
been in a great shape, but like I noticed that I'm not back to my peak shape when I used to play soccer back in high school. So I want to get to that peak level of cardiovascular fitness. So for me right now, those are like my two top goals, like, you know, business goals and just fitness goals for me. Those are the two things I want to accomplish in 2024 for sure.
That's fire. That's fire, brother.
What about you,
I
man?
just jump in. I say for mine, like I said, is system. So I'll get specific on one of them is with music, man. That we're gonna start running all of our. So I guess it's gonna be like an official announcement right now. But we're running we're gonna move most of our music projects to this platform called Even, right? So people can pay what they want for the projects, right? So I'll be putting all my old projects like Seeds, Black Sands, even an old project Philosophy Class on there, like deluxe editions that got, you know, new songs on them and stuff like that people can kind of pop in and then, you know, pay what they want for the art as opposed to just streaming. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be one of the systems. I'm getting like my website revamped so I can have products on there. A line that I'm coming out with called Energy is Currency. You know what I mean? But to set these systems up running through my website to be like, as I post and promote every day,
Yep.
it's all funneling back into the system. I always have something that people
Right.
can purchase. A lot of times, you know, like when you're an entrepreneur, you're in you know, like a creative, right? You post a lot, but you don't, people like, if they say like, how can I support you? All you can really say is go stream my stuff. Now it could be like, you could buy any of my products, you know what I'm saying? You could buy any of my past projects, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So that's kind of one of my big things, is to set these systems up to where every time I post, you know, it's you know, they could stream back to, you know what I mean, to
Right.
really make this thing
Mm-hmm.
free me. The ultimate goal is to be, you know what I mean, free to, you know what I
Absolutely.
mean, to move on my own. So, yep.
Love it.
What's good, Ty? I see you. What's good, Ty?
Shout out to
That
Ty.
muse box thing that Ty's got going is fire, fam. Love what you're
Yeah.
doing.
For myself, as far as things that I'm like looking forward to most, or next step, I should say, obviously being in the best shape of my life, you know, fitness wise, you know, I want to be sub 10% body fat, you know, like
Let's go.
Let's
I love it.
go.
215 to 220, you know, like I think like that'll be perfect, but like sub 10% body fat for sure. Like I want to be in the best shape of my life. That's a very specific goal of mine. I want to drop 2 albums at least, minimum of 2 albums this year, you know, which are already in the works. So that's another big thing for me. And then from there, I also like music wise, I want to land at least 3 residencies here in New York, you know,
That's
where I'm
fire.
spending at least, you know, like maybe like a Thursday through, you know, like I want to land at least 3 residencies by June, honestly, you know, like that like
Yeah.
by June, like midway through the year, I want to have at least 3 residencies. And obviously just getting more involved in just the market and what that looks like. But other than that, you know, just I think really just like looking forward to continuing to like, I'm big on relationships and just continuing to like build relationships, build my network. You know, I think being out here in New York, I've come to learn that the more that you get out and network and meet people and just go out to places, sometimes the best thing to do is just be in the place.
Be
You know, you
there.
got to be in this
Yeah.
for an present itself, to meet that person, to you know, to perform, to you know, whatever that opportunity looks like. You have to be present in the building in the first place before that opportunity can even present itself. So I
Right.
love being out, able to just like be a hop, skip, and a jump away from everything. There's always something going on in the city, and you like literally in New York. I was talking to people about this yesterday. 6 degrees of separation is very real, but here in New York, that's like that's polarized. Like it's crazy
Right.
because you
Mm-hmm.
literally like one handshake away from meeting, like, you know, like the person who might change your life, or might introduce you to the person who might change your life, or present you with like, you know, a very viable opportunity to become financially free. You know, and I think that's something that we're all striving towards. You know, like I think financial
Right.
freedom is the biggest goal for all of
Right.
us. You know, so. Yeah, I think that's just the biggest thing for me. Like what next steps for me in 2024.
I love it.
That's
So
fire.
how so I was gonna ask, like, how do you guys structure your goals, right? Because for me, what I did was I have goals for every category of things I'm trying to accomplish. For example, I have like fitness goals, I have personal goals, I have business goals, and I have like personal development goals. Like, how do you guys like structure your goals the same way, or is it a little different?
Yeah, something similar for me, bro. You know, I break down just the different goals that I have, and then
Right.
this year I want to run it more like a business though. I want to be like, all right, what's my Q1 goal to get to? If I
Right.
need, you know, if I'm trying to get to this by the end of the year, what I need to be
Right.
25% by Q1 or something like that.
Right.
Break that down. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's break the goals down and be like, okay, this is what I need to do by the first quarter. This is what I need
Right.
to do by the first week, and then this is what I could do today.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah. So I want to get like a lot more specific on it, but I do
Right.
something similar. Is just have like the
Right.
kind of categories of goals, and then like the things I want to do on them, and then breaking them down
Right.
Yep.
by you know what I mean. So
No, I love it. What about you, Z?
To Pete's point, you know, he posted what was that today? Is writing everything down, right? You know, like writing everything down is the key to success. You know, is the
Right.
key to reminding yourself of what it is that you're setting out to do, you know. And so
Right.
I think for me, a big piece is going to be writing down what my goals are daily, weekly, and monthly, and checking in with
Right.
myself during those time frames. All right, like every day, like I write my journal and I write in my planner, and it's like, okay,
Right.
cool. Like, what was my goal for the day? Did I meet all of those goals? Cool. If
Right.
not, cool. If I did, great. You know, like what went well, what didn't go well. You know, and then weekly checking in, like, all right, what were my big goals for the week? Like my fitness
Right.
goal was to go to the gym 5 times. How many times did I go? I went 4 times. All right, why did I not succeed? You know, kind of thing.
Right.
Checking in, and then obviously doing that monthly as well. You know,
Right.
I think that's going to be a big piece to helping me stay on track,
Right.
staying the course of my goals.
Right.
Because if, for instance, I want to be sub 10% body fat, you know, like by the end of the year, you know, if I want to be in the best shape of my life, you know, like I have very specific goals. Like by my birthday, you know, I want to be like sub 230, you
Right.
know, like kind of thing. So how that means I got to lose, you know, like at least 1.5 pounds a week,
Right.
you know, kind of thing. So
I love it.
I think just checking in and just reminding yourself every day, writing everything down, all the
Right.
good and the bad, self accountable. Like that's you
Right.
know that's take to really get there.
No, I love it. What
Yeah.
about because I think for me, what I was really trying to do in 2024, we still do it right to a certain level, but I kind of really want like an accountability partner,
Yeah,
like someone like every week, like I'm gonna send them like all my entire goals that I wrote down, right, and they
yeah,
can send me theirs. Like every week, it's like a business, like Ramond talked about earlier. We're gonna go through every week and just go through everything to see how we're doing. Okay, Diamond, how you see you're gonna go to the gym 5 times a week? How did you do this week? So I think just having that person that weekly or bi-weekly you can check into me and go into 2024,
Mhm.
that's gonna make something a whole lot different, bro. I think because at the end of the day, it's harder if it's just you, or because I can like, all right, I'm not gonna do it today, right? Who's gonna hold me accountable? But I think if we just have that accountability partner or group, it makes it easier for you. That you're like, oh, if I don't get this done on Friday, I'm gonna meet with Diamond. Am I gonna lie to him? So it
Yeah.
makes it a lot easier. That's something I really want to do, bro. I really want to implement in 2024.
yeah,
Just somebody that we can share and we just hold each other accountable, bro. Like if let's say if we accomplish certain things, maybe we can send each other like a gift or something. I'll send you a book or you send me something for accomplishing a milestone. I don't
yeah,
know. That's my mindset going to
yeah.
24. All right,
That's
Casper
Yeah.
right.
said he got me. All
Come
Cassidy,
on,
right.
man. There you go.
Cassidy,
Let's do it,
There you go.
guys.
That's
Let's
what's
do this
up,
shit,
man.
bro.
there you
Yeah,
go.
so
That's fire. Like the lock in starts now.
Yeah,
right.
What up, JB? I see James popped in. What's good, JB? Nah, I feel
But
that though. That's heavy.
right, because
That's heavy, brother.
we do our weekly accountability thing on Thursday too, right? So that's something I can send to you guys as
yeah.
well, right? And then
Yeah.
on Thursday, whenever we go through it, we can just kind of like review that because I want to go hard, bro. Like I said, I'm thirsty this year, bro. Like
Yeah. Let's get to it.
I'm with the shit.
Let's get to it, man. It's time
I'm
to get to it.
thirsty.
Let's get to it.
Ready,
Time to
bro.
get
I'm
to it. Yeah,
ready.
that's going to be a big piece, and I think that's honestly every something that everyone should implement this year is accountability checks.
Right.
I think it's super important. You can be the most self-motivated person, you know, in this world, but like, you know, there's going to be days where you feel a little down, you know, you feel a little
Right.
off, you know, you might feel off for the week, you know, whatever that looks like. But when you have that accountability partner or somebody there, like that extra voice in your ear, or you know is going to be in your ear, like Cass is going to be, if you don't accomplish your goals this week, Diamond, bye,
Yeah,
bye,
bye.
bye.
Come on, man. Yeah.
So
Holla at me when you do.
yeah,
You know what I'm
Yeah, don't
saying?
talk to me right now. No,
Yeah.
it's true though, because I remember just having a gym buddy, right? When winter here in Colorado, like you don't want to drive to the gym, but whenever you have a gym buddy, bro, it makes it easy. You look outside, and then you got a text from your buddy, "Hey, bro, what's your in the gym today?" I'm like, "God damn, I don't want to go," but
Yes.
since he's already going, I'm gonna go. So it makes it a lot more
Yeah.
easier. It just helps you, man. So that's something
Yeah.
I want to do going forward in this year for sure.
That's
yep,
facts.
that's it. That's it, man. So
That's
establishing
fire.
a partner or group, you know, whatever that looks
Right,
like,
right,
I, I think that's going to be imperative, you know, to because I mean, what I'm hearing from like this conversation, and I'm sure a lot of the people who are watching right now, we have very big dreams, very big aspirations, you know, like and those things aren't going to be accomplished with mediocre effort or
right,
not giving your all, and I think this is the year, this is the Mamba year, this is the year to go all in on everything,
right,
and the best way to do that is to be you know, involved in with people around you who are in that same mindset. And like when you help hold each other accountable, that's only going to help everyone elevate. You know, like get to that next level, get over that next hump, and that's where we're all at in life. You know, 2024 truly is going to be a special year. You know, like we're manifesting that, we're putting that out into the year. You know, at 7:28 Eastern time, you know, PM on January 1st, 2024, we're manifesting this is the best year of our lives to date. You know, so I think a big piece of that is creating a winner mindset, right? You know, like I think you got to you just like Diamond said earlier, if you're a loser, bye. You know, like but in order to create a winner mindset, like, you know, like what do y'all think it takes to create that mindset?
I think you just gotta like start, bro. Like usually sometimes I think we procrastinate, and I believe that procrastination is the dream killer. In order to like develop a winner mindset, bro, something you just gotta start something. And like we talked about, once you start that thing, you might not know it all, but the fact that you're starting, you're learning about it, and then once you start to see progress and you build on that momentum
Mm-hmm.
over time, bro, you believe now. You're like, bro, if I start something, I can do it. It's like going to the gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
You never worked out before, you want to lose weight, you go to the gym. The first few weeks is hard. You keep struggling, but over time, once you start losing 3, 4, 5 pounds, you believe that if I put my mind to it, you can do it. So I think is you develop that winner mindset by just starting something and actually start making progress. Now you build that confidence that helps you to like do more stuff in your life. That's one thing I believe for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, and I'd say, you know, just to add on to that, because I think that's exactly where it is like starting somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But then I think just being willing to fail. Like you don't have
Right.
to. I think that's what the mindset is like I'm willing to fail again, but I'm gonna try. But I'm gonna keep trying consistently. And I think if you do something consistently, you are a winner at it, no matter what. Like you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you know. So that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
agree.
you know, piggybacking off of that, I think in order to be a winner, you have to be willing to uh, taste loss, taste failure. You know, like understanding what that looks like. You know, because our greatest growth in life doesn't come from our wins. You know, like
Right.
loss, failure teaches you more than a win ever will in life. You know, like
Yeah.
and it makes the wins, it makes the dubs more more entertaining, more just sustainable over time, you know, like kind of thing. It's just
Yeah.
you just one example of it. It's just like, man, I want to keep doing it, but at the same time, I know I got to continue to try and fail and just putting my all into that, you know. So I think, and honestly, I think creating a winner too is a big piece of that is surrounding yourself with winners as well. You
Right.
know, like I think in order to create a winner mindset, you can't be surrounded by losers. You know, like what's good,
Right.
Cat?
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, I creating that winner mindset. It takes studying too. You know, I think that's what it takes too. Like, you know, you can study the greats of everyone. Like, you know, Kobe Bryant. You know, the Will Smiths, the Denzel Washingtons. You know, like people who are great at everything that they do in life. You can learn something from all of those people. All those people who you admire. You
Right.
know, study what it is about that you like about them and incorporate that into your life. And I think that's honestly how you create that winner mindset is honestly just trial and error. That's just you
Fact.
trying and repeating. That's it. That's all it takes.
Right.
That's what you got to say.
Bro, I got a lot to say. Y'all speak real language. I just, I mean, I agree with you. I think iron sharpens iron, right? So, like, I think we touched base not too long ago. But if you're the smartest person in the room, you got to find some different people to be around, right?
Right.
Because you can't learn at that point, right? You just steady teaching, which is a great position to be in. But you got to keep learning, so then you can keep teaching, right? You can't get stagnant.
Right.
But yeah, man, actually, like the owner of our firm that I work for actually wanted me to come up with my goals. So I actually got this shit right here, right? And so y'all are hitting the nail on the head, but a lot of people just come up with personal goals and professional goals, right?
Right.
And something that I wanted to do was kind of categorize my goals and kind of spread it around a little bit. But I came up with personal goals, professional goals, family goals,
Right.
community goals, and goals for my friends
Right.
as well, right? And I really like what I came up with, right? Because I feel like sure, personally, you want to hold yourself accountable. Professionally, you want to hold yourself like a necessity, right? Like you have to kind of reach a certain level of professional goals, or else you ain't gonna be a professional no more, right? It's kind of switch up on you. But I feel like a lot of people don't commit or even think about goals for their family, where they want to be with their relationships and their family, and how to better those relationships, what steps they need to take to get to those relationships, and when do they want to accomplish that by, right? And actually measuring that. So that's something that I wanted to put in place for myself this year, so I can have the best family unit that I'm able to have. On top of being in a position to reach out to the community. What area of the community do I want to reach out to? What does that look like? How do I gain that funding? How do I have those conversations? Because ultimately, like, that's what I love Manifest Mondays, man. Y'all are giving back to the community, right? And it's verbally, but there's a lot of people who just don't have the people around them that have these high level conversations that have an effect on their life, right? So how do you give back to the community? Because if we don't do it, it's not going to get done, right? We can't wait for the next generation to do it and hope that they do it, right? Because the people before us, they sacrificed a lot for us to even be in a position to have the conversation. So we kind of have, I feel like we're obligated to keep that ball going.
Absolutely.
What is do that, right? And then friends, I think one of the biggest things that I wrote down from friends, because one of my goals is to read at least 2.5 hours a week, right? Outside of work, right? So whether it's for fun or whether it's something that I think is educational for myself, but part of the thing that I put in my friends' goals was teaching my friends something that I learned from my reading that week. So that when I have a conversation with a friend of mine, they pull something beneficial from that conversation. So it's nice to talk with you and shoot the shit, but you left that conversation with more than you came into it with. And I feel like that's kind of a good thing to kind of focus on.
And I like that you actually touched on that. You know, I do agree. I think a lot of people don't focus enough on family and just relationship goals just in general, you know, because to your same point, I think a lot of people don't know how do you measure that metric, right? Like what is in order to be a better husband or be a better friend, be a better brother, be a better son, like how do I measure that, you know, like kind of thing. And that's where most people are like, I don't even know where to start. You know, maybe it's just like, you know, maybe one phone call to that person a week, you know, like, you know, like, did I make all my phone calls to this person every week? Did I check in? Did I continue to nurture that relationship? Whatever that may look like, you know, like you know, whatever you decide. But I think that metric is hard to measure. And I think you got to come up with creative ways in order to continue to nurture relationships and make it contributing to that. But I love that you touch on that, because I think that's something that people don't focus on enough.
Yeah, that's big. That's big.
Yeah,
bro.
I agree. I think when it's tough to measure the metric, I think it comes from like your level of comfortability. Like, are you getting what you're wanting from this relationship? Not, why is that, right? Is it a lack of time that you're putting into the relationship? Is it a lack of reciprocity, right? Are you providing back to this relationship what is you, right? Because at some point, one side will get tired, right? And it's not a relationship that you're going to be able to continue if you're not also feeding it, you know, and giving energy into that relationship as well, right? So I think just measuring. So like for me, for my circle, I told myself I can't go longer than 2 weeks without reaching out to somebody, right? Because we're busy. You know, I wanted it to be a week, but I was also trying to be realistic, right? Because I mean, I got, you know, other people around me got families. We all have jobs. We all have goals that we're trying to achieve, right? So I didn't want to put something on my plate that I felt like could be a failure, right? I wanted to honestly be achievable. So I said 2 weeks max. And for the people in the circle, I want to be able to at least call and say, hey, what's up? How are you doing? Check in, right? And then again, give them a piece of what I've been learning, right? I was actually talking with Tam Man the other day, and I was going over private equity and you know, venture capitalists and just how people negotiate these deals in order to get in a better spot, and just how it's set up, right? And going over some sales stuff. And right? Just seeing like what he learned and picked up from that conversation, it was encouraging for me, right? Because I didn't even intend it to
Right.
be that way. I was just talking about something that happened in my day. And when I saw that and saw like the direction that he was taking it and what he was doing with it, I was encouraged by that to say, okay, even if it's something that I don't find like a requirement or a need for this person,
Right.
if it's something I learned that could be beneficial, I might as well take the time to share it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
No,
I
no,
love it, man.
that's
Yeah,
heavy, brother.
because
That's heavy.
Mark,
Actually, I was just gonna tap on this one thing as you said, because like giving that game and just gems back that you get, man, it's so important, man. That's kind of one of the reasons that we just even started it. Like you don't sometimes you don't realize while you're learning that some
right,
people might not be learning the same thing you are.
For sure.
So just naturally having the conversation after that is important, man. So even with like stuff on my page, like even just I've been trying to post like every day, but like
right,
my Monday thing is like I've been making my little gems Mondays or
right,
whatever. I just drop like a quote, and a lot of them is quotes from books that I've been reading. So like
right.
you know what I mean, they might not have to read the whole book to get that little gem that I got. It's just right there when you wake up. You know what I'm saying? Some people taking some stuff out of it, like wow, this is crazy, and I'm like I'm forgetting that after I read it, they didn't read it yet, maybe. You know what I mean? So that might just be a gem that they can take from it. So really just changing how you move in general to just giving is
Right.
big. You know what I'm saying? Give the game, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's a very selfless mindset, which I think people need more of, right? Like
Right.
there's hurts my nerves more than like people who gatekeep knowledge and stuff like that. Like it's just like
That's crazy.
I I like why would you not want people to like if it busted your mind open to the white meat, why would you not to want to bust somebody else's mind open to the white meat? Like, I can
That's crazy.
That's
That's
true. Because
insane.
I mean, some people like being superior, Brian, and they feel like they're the special one, right? They don't want to share. They don't want to shut down knowledge. They don't want their friends to be on their level, so everyone can reach out to them. Some people love that,
yeah,
right? But for us, I think in our friends group, bro, I think it's all about elevation because we all want to see each other grow. Because you want to
yeah,
see me successful. I want to see Z in 10% body fat. I want to see Ramond successful.
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, bro, it's benefit me when all my friends are successful.
Thanks.
Other people don't think that way,
Yeah.
right? Because at the end of the day, bro, now we can all work together and come up with a great idea because we all
Yep.
have the brand to do that.
Yeah.
If I'm the only one
Ab-
who have it, Z's the only one we can't do that, bro. But I think
no,
other people are so limited in the sense that, oh, if Z becomes successful, it's a competition to me. And
yeah,
I'm like, how? That's your bro, man.
That's
He's
Yeah.
gonna put you in position.
yeah.
He's gonna help elevate you. He's gonna connect you with the right people.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's right.
How is that a competition with him? But other people just look at it different. And the
Yeah,
crowd group is like, nah, we gotta be
we
better.
gotta be.
Yeah.
We This on the we gotta be better.
But
Like,
It's we, bro. We're speaking French. We.
we like everything is.
But
I want
I was just trying.
oh,
Go ahead, Z.
I feel like it goes outside of your group too, right? Because honestly, like for your people, you want the best for your people, right? That's your, and if you don't, they're not your people, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You want the best for your people, but I just feel like even people that you're in proximity with,
Mhm.
Right.
right, helping make them better makes you better, right? Like, dude, they're about to hire at my job, right? I don't know him. I never met him before, but I want him to thrive, right? And the reason I want to see him thrive is because that put pressure on me to be the best version of myself, right? Because he killing it, he's doing a great job. He's getting feedback, from the people who are above us, and I want that too, right? Like, so seeing him be successful and sharing that, and you see him running, it's like, okay, I was able to put you on game about something, and then you've taken it here, right?
Mhm.
Now, because of that, you're more willing to then put me on game about something that I might not know, and then that takes me here. So then we going back and forth like this, and you
Right.
might be my bro, right? But we are, similar to like having a job and being like on a basketball team. It's like I'm gonna push you to be the best version of yourself because you're gonna challenge me. We different teams later on, but the work we put in when you were shooting with me in the gym, it allowed me to grow. It allowed me to reach this point that I wouldn't have had we not shared,
Yeah.
That intellectual property, if you will.
And let me just read a comment real quick. To the gentleman with the glasses, you have a great beard.
Look at you, boy. That boy just got that lined up.
Oh, boy, just hey, okay,
Come on,
okay.
Now,
man.
Thought I'll let you know. Thought I'll let you know.
Yeah, that was definitely
real quick.
on his 2024 goals. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that beard's
Yeah,
tight. You know what I'm saying?
here we gotta get
Make sure I keep that beard clean.
But
and then also I want to circle back to something Marco said earlier.
right,
He said some may disagree, but you kind of have to be a little insane. And I do
Yes,
agree.
sir.
I think, you know, genius and insanity is a very thin
right,
line, you know, like,
right,
I think in order to be great, you have to teeter that line, you know, like because at the end of the day, I think you are insane. You're crazy until it works, right?
fact,
You know, like you're crazy until it works. And then when it works, all of a sudden, like, oh man, like you're a genius. And it's just like, all right, well, now you think I'm a genius. Like when I was doing this for the last 7 years, you know, like day in and day out, you thought I was crazy all the
right,
time. Like, but
right,
it's that's just the way that the world works, and I do agree. Like I think that you do have to be a little insane. Like you have to think outside of like the scope of the norm
right,
in order to achieve greatness. And um, I think going against the status quo, you know, can be viewed as crazy. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not a little crazy, bye. Like you know,
bye.
bye. Like everybody got to have a little crazy in them. You got to understand that like that's what it
Right,
takes to
fact.
achieve greatness at that scale. So
No,
you know, you're not.
you gotta be obsessed, bro. I definitely agree. You gotta be obsessed with what
Yeah.
you want to accomplish,
Yeah.
man. I feel like obsession is not always bad because I think we have this negative connotation when it comes to obsession is something negative. But obsession can be positive in the sense that if you're obsessed into like improving your family life, you're obsessed into like about trying to like start that business because at the end of the day it's gonna take you guys out of the hood.
Yeah.
So it's all about the intention of what you're trying to do. And I believe you have to be insane. You have to be crazy. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you have to be crazy to believe that you're going to do it, right? Especially something you've never done
Yeah.
before and no one around you have done it before to believe that you're going to be the first one to do it. That's
Yeah.
insanity. Because you're like, how are you going to do it? I've never done it before. So you
Yeah.
have to be insane. So I definitely agree with
Agree.
that.
Kat, Marco asked, "What do you do for work?"
I work for a legal staffing firm. So basically, we help contract attorneys, paralegals, legal assistants find work with different litigation firms. So whether it's civil litigation or it's transactional law, I run a full desk. So I do business to business development and I find different managing partners to do business with, on top of finding the support staff as well to kind of pay the marriage. So, yeah, sales and business development, it just in law, basically. But my goal is to make a bunch of bread doing that and either start my own litigation firm or start something else that I'm passionate with, right? Like, and that's why, again, I go back to the conversation that y'all be having with Manifest Mondays and really just finding that financial freedom and being in a position to control your own narrative and control your destiny, right?
Right.
I don't think anything wrong with having a 9 to 5, right? If it's something that you have with, if it's something that brings you joy, you enjoy the people that you work with, right? But I want to be in a position where I can't lose my job unless I don't want to work there no more,
Right.
right? Like someone can't tell me, oh, we any people or we're not doing as well as we want to do, so we got to let you go, even though you're performing.
Yeah.
That's the
Right.
worst shit, right? So while I do enjoy the job that I have, and I'm grateful for the job that I have, I want to continue to do well and achieve a lot.
Yeah.
You know, it's got my name on it. I'm just prideful like that. But
Yeah.
I want to be in a position where I'm able to eat off of everything that I've created for myself, and then also help other people achieve their goals and help them eat, you know, off of the stuff that I've put in work and the stuff that I've done myself. So, yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it, man. And that's why I like talking about this with y'all and setting these goals, because DG's trying to make $2 million in revenue. For myself, I want to make $250K by 35, and then a millionaire by right.
Right.
And a bunch of different paths that you have to go through in order to achieve those goals. I don't think it has to come from one income or one stream.
Right.
Being able to diversify that and able to, in order to be able to do that, you have to have those conversations. You have to be in those rooms. Like we was talking about, you have to meet the people who are going to be able to help elevate you. And when that opportunity comes, have you been preparing enough to walk through that door and take advantage of that?
Yep.
Right.
Right. So, yeah, no, y'all on the head for sure.
Yeah. And to add to that, Kaz, one thing also you have to get out of your comfort zone too, because most of the time, bro, we are comfortable. We don't want to like push ourselves to get outside of our comfort zone. And one thing is like, imagine the first thing that if you never work out before, if you go to the gym, the first thing that usually happens before you even build muscle is you're gonna be fucking sore. The
For sure.
first 2 3 weeks, you're not gonna see any gains. You're not gonna see anything. You're gonna go to the gym for like weeks, and all you're gonna feel is soreness, bro. But after a while, you're gonna start seeing muscle gains. But I think most of the time we want to see the muscle gains before the soreness.
Yeah.
We're not willing to go through the gym and be sore, but we just want to see the gains. I want to get a 10% body fat. Yeah, but you're going to get sore first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first sign when you go to the gym. And
Yeah.
for me, it's like once we get outside of our comfort zone, we push ourselves, bro, we will definitely get to whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. And especially having the right team and group that we currently have, it makes it a
Yep.
lot easier, bro. I see no reason why we're going to fail in 2024 because we have a great team, bro. We have like this is the squad right here. We're gonna win the
Yeah.
championship. And the championship
Come
in
on.
2024 is that we are gonna accomplish our goals,
That's
bro.
it.
No
Come
holding
on.
back.
Yeah. This
Facts.
is Mamba year. We
Hey,
always
and my
For
guys,
real.
my guys, my bad, fellas. Y'all definitely can keep rolling. I just got to cut out a little bit early today, man. I'm headed to
to the
the game tonight, man.
All right,
So I just got to cut out. But man, Happy New Year to all my guys. Right on for tapping in, Cash.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? I hope everybody let's kill this year, fellas.
let's
all right,
Happy New
Ramond.
Year.
Take care, boss.
All right, fellas.
RP.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, peace.
Yeah.
So I wanted to touch on something you said, DG. You said we're not gonna fail this year, and I think we will fail this
Right,
year, right? But we're gonna. I just think we're in such a great mindset to just learn from those failures and
right.
flip them, right?
Correct.
If I ask my kids what happens when you lose, they'll say, "When you lose, you learn. When you learn, you win."
Yeah.
Fact.
So there's really no L's as long as you take something from it,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
And we've been losing, we've been losing a lot up to this point.
Yeah.
That's kind of helps position us mentally, to be in a position where we want to achieve more, and we've learned from those losses, and it's translated into success.
Yeah.
So I'm excited too. Z, you talked about there being something in the air, and I feel it, bro. I can smell it.
Yeah.
I can smell
Yeah.
It's very infectious. Like
Thirsty, bro.
it.
Thirsty. Where's my
thirst,
water?
bro. Thirst over here.
Thirst.
That's baby. We thirsty
We
for it.
thirsty, bro. We want it bad, bro.
It's
I made a commitment. Like I made a commitment to my goals. I'm out the street. I'm committed to my goals. I decided, like, hey, I'm done with the street. I'm done procrastinating, right? Bye streets, bye.
my
I'm done with all the procrastination. I'm done with all the bullshit, bro. I really wanted this bad, man. And
yeah.
I think sometimes you have to make that. You have to commit.
Yeah.
Like you have
Yeah.
to commit because if you don't commit, things don't work out. So I'm
Yeah.
willing to commit to whatever that I wrote down. And I know,
Mhm.
like you said, Cass, I'm gonna fail, but for me, that failure is gonna be a learning opportunity. I'm gonna pivot, and
Yep.
then I'm gonna get there. Right? It's gonna just, instead of me going straight, maybe I might go through humps, bumps and stuff like that. But I'm gonna get there, man.
Absolutely.
I believe we're gonna get there. There's no way that if we put in the work, we grind, we stay focused, that we're gonna completely fail. Like
Absolutely.
you said, we're gonna fail.
Agree.
But we're gonna learn from that, and then eventually we're gonna reach that end goal. We're gonna win the championship, and we're gonna pop champagne.
Yeah,
We going campaign, baby. We failing forward, like.
For
But
for sure.
I do agree with what you were saying, Diamond. Just like getting out of your comfort zone and just understanding that like that's what it takes. Like I always say, like growth and like the best things in life are literally right outside of your comfort zone.
Right.
And a lot of people are afraid to like leave that safe space, but like you got to be able to, you got to be willing to do it sometimes, But speaking of like that conversation and what that looks like. I know one of the questions that we put for this particular episode is how old are you turning in 2024, and does getting older scare you?
Damn. Yeah, bro. I'm turning 34, bro. It scares me in the sense that because at one point I was trying to like have it all figured out by like 30,
Mhm.
And sometimes life doesn't always work that way, right? I heard someone say whenever you tell your plan, I don't know, whenever you make plan, God laugh at you, like because like
Yeah.
nah, it's not gonna happen. But however, man, I think I feel young. I'm in a great shape. So I'm excited too because I think being old is a blessing, bro. Because a lot of people don't live to see even 21, and we like 34, so there's no complaint. I feel
Bro,
great. I feel wise. I feel bomb.
facts.
What else can I ask for? So I'm good. No, it doesn't scare me, bro. It doesn't scare me at all.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat. I don't know. When I turned 30, I was trying to think to myself like what it meant, right? Like how old I was supposed to feel at 30. And I don't know. I just thought to myself, I was like, all right, I just turned 30. If I live to be 60, I get to live the life I just lived all over again.
Facts.
And at 30, I feel like I've been alive forever, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
I mean, I just so much more time. I get to live the life that I lived before over again, but now I got answers,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
right? Not trying to figure the world out. I have so much of it figured out through experience, through, conversation, through reading, and just learning about, all the endeavors that I was interested in the first place, right? So now it's just like, all right, you got another 30 years. 60 still pretty young if you get to live to be 90, right?
Facts.
Or even 80, 85, right? Like and if you take care of yourself and you're in good shape at 60, you solid, right? If your mental is
Right.
sharp, take care of your body, and you got some bread,
Yeah.
great spot, right? So I'm like, all right, for this next 30 years, how do I apply everything that I've learned, right? Am I going to be stagnant and just kind of hope that things come to me, or am I going to use this 30 years of experience that I had before and apply it to this next 30 years
Mm-hmm.
answers and see what I can make of that, right? So no, I wouldn't say it scares me, and kind of like what DG said, I've had friends, who unfortunately didn't get to be 34, turn 34.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Right? So I'm just grateful that I get to experience it. I'm grateful I get to be around people that I care about and my family. And hopefully, I get to be old with no health complications
Right.
and kind of be in a position to reflect on a long life of, gratitude and the work that I put in and kind of see what came, from the fruits of my labor. Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
What about you? How you feeling about it?
I personally, like, I love getting older, honestly. I think I think about it quite often. I think people are scared to get older because they feel like their best years are behind them.
Yeah.
Like they're living in like the glory days and stuff like that. But I genuinely believe my best days are still ahead of me.
Yeah.
Like otherwise, like, what are we looking forward to? Like, what are we doing here? Like,
Fact.
what are we doing here if we got nothing to look forward to? So I welcome getting older. Like, I think the older I get, the wiser I get. Like Diamond said, like DG said, the bomber I get, like the the more knowledge I acquire, the better people I surround myself with. Even if my circle gets smaller, I know that the integrity and the value of those people that I'm surrounded by grows. I think getting older doesn't scare me at all. I think it's more so like if anything scares me, it's like really getting older. It's just like, like the older we get, like the more likely we are to like lose people within our lives, and that's the piece that scares me. But that's just a part of life, right? No day is promised. At the end of the day, and to pass your point, being grateful for every day that we have. We made it to 2024. We're here. I'll be 35 this year. And there's a lot of people who didn't make it even this far. So I can't sit here and take that for granted. And I love being here. I love my life. There's still so much more that I want and that I'm going to accomplish. But I think this is going to be an amazing year, and I look forward to 35. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm gonna do something. Like for this 35th birthday, I'm outside. I'm outside.
Where we going, Z? I want to know where we going so I can start getting ready. Where we going?
I'm gonna tell you what the itinerary is potentially gonna look like. It's either gonna be Brazil, it's gonna be Greece, or it's probably gonna be Puerto Rico. Well, I think one of those three. I think is where I'm looking for my 35th birthday. So Brazil, I'll keep y'all trying to pop out. Boy, definitely pull up, but I'm celebrating this 35th the right way, baby. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, man. I mean, honestly, it's just like the craziest thing to me is like, I told y'all I used to work at CarMax, selling cars, and I remember checking people's IDs and like seeing people in the 2000s, like obviously like 21 and being able to drive. It just blew my. That's the only time I ever feel old is when like I see my date, like my birthday on paper, and I'm like, I technically was born in the 80s. Like, you know, I'm like, Jesus. Like, I'm like, all right, like, I guess I am a little old, you know.
Yeah, you was born in the 1900s,
Yeah,
dog.
man. I'm like, sheesh. I'm like, man, 1989, I'm an 80s baby, you know, but you know, like I said, I mean, I think we lived in a great era of life too. Like
Right,
the 90s were amazing, man. You know, so I love
right,
being
The best.
right,
things like that. But like I said, I'm not the type to dwell. So like, I love where I've been. I
right.
love where I am now, and I'm looking forward to where I'm going. So I think my best days are ahead of me. So even though we're getting older, you know, like I think we're growing, we're glowing, you know, and just, you know, figuring it out one day at a time, man. That's all we can do.
Right.
Uh,
Mark,
Marco said,
yeah,
"What? Another year of not being where I want to be." Yeah, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like you may not be where you want to be, like, but you're getting a step
right,
closer each and every day. You
right,
know, like
right,
every day that you wake up, you should be getting a step closer to where you want to be. You know,
right,
I think we should be approaching every day with purpose and with intention.
For
right.
sure.
No, that's how I feel, bro. Because I feel good in the sense that, like I said before, I'm not where I want to be. You know, if I had to like go back and reflect on my life, by this time, I thought I would have it all figured out. But
Hmm.
however, I'm excited and happy because I believe I'm gonna be where I want to be if I just keep doing whatever I'm doing. Right?
Yeah,
There are certain things that are out of my control. I know for sure I can control my work ethics. For sure, I know I can do that. I can control my time management. I can control like how I think, the things that I'm listening to. There are other things I can't really control, so I'm not worried about that. But I believe if I can just control the controllables and things that I know are in my control, bro, I believe that everything that I want, I'm gonna get there. So with that, for me, that's like motivation to just keeps going. And I know that I can accomplish those things while I'm still young. Maybe in the
yeah,
next 4 years, I'll be 38 and I can be where I want to be. So for me, it's like, yeah, like I understand where Mark is coming from sometimes. Like, damn, man, I wish I had figured it out by
yeah,
now. But
yeah,
however, I'm still grateful that I'm on the right track. I still have
yep.
health and I have the people around me,
Hmm.
and I'm still doing whatever it takes to get there. So yeah.
No, I agree, man. Like shoot, I got a two for one. I got four kids, right? I got twins. I got my son, and I got my baby girl. And when I was younger, I would have thought by 30 I should have a house, right? I should own this, whatever the case may be. And I do not have that yet, right? But I'm getting closer,
Hmm.
Right.
right? And the fact that it's still something available to me is very
Yeah,
encouraging, right? It's not something that's past me. It's not something I'm never going to be capable of achieving,
Right.
right? That also was saying, like, this is not where I want to be. I got to appreciate everything I have accomplished in this time,
yeah,
right? Accomplished things I didn't even have set out to accomplish, right? That I was able to achieve, especially with my family, right? Um, so I can't look past the things I do have and the things that I have achieved for the things that just haven't happened yet,
yeah,
right? And you can't have everything, right? You got to pick what is most important to you
Mm-hmm.
and really zone in and focus on those things. And then if other things come while you're doing that, or if other things come after that, that's fantastic, right? But what do you truly want to achieve? And every year, are you moving the ball in that direction, right? Are you taking a step forward to accomplish that?
hmm,
And while you're on that journey, you got to pay attention and be grateful for the things that you have accomplished along that time, because some people still haven't accomplished as much as you.
yep,
Right.
Like, to a point in my life where I want to complain about something I don't got, I always go to think about people who don't have what I do have,
yeah,
Right.
right? How much they would love to be in the position I'm in, right? They would trade me lives immediately. They wouldn't even think twice about it, right? So I try not to get too focused on what I don't have, because I know a lot of people would love to be in the position in life that I'm in.
yep,
I don't want to be looking at the position that somebody else is in life and saying I hope or I wish I was there, because
Right.
I'm not credit for where I currently am, like
yep,
right now.
Right.
It's
absolutely.
important to kind of have that
Yeah,
perspective of, yeah, I want to achieve more, but just because I have it,
yeah,
that don't dampen what I
yeah.
have and what I've.
And I think that's the hardest part in life, right? Is balance. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, like finding that balance between like where, like, am I happy with what I have, or like, do I still need more? And uh, I'm sure to everyone's point, and everyone who's tapped in right now, we all, like I said, we all want to accomplish very great things, like very
Right.
grand. elaborate plans, you know. And I honestly had to have a really difficult conversation with myself, and I found myself asking myself if I'll ever be fully satisfied. And I honestly think the answer is no. You know, like
Right.
I don't think I ever will be satisfied, because like I'm that type of person. My mind is always just working forward, working
Right.
towards something. Like, you know, like I have to be working towards something in
Right.
order to have a sense of purpose in my life. And so whenever I feel like I accomplished something, I'm like, cool, what's the next thing? You know,
Right.
like now I'm gonna take a moment to
Right.
celebrate and obviously take all of that in, like, because what I just accomplished is amazing, you know, like, but at the same time, like, I'm not the type to dwell, so I'm not going to sit here and dwell on this thing, you know, for the next 5, 10 years and let this be the highlight of the next 5, 10 years of my life. I'm like, bro, this occurred back, you know, like in 2003. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was very great, but like, okay, cool. Like, I still want to like work on accomplishing something new and something different, and it doesn't have to be this grand elaborate thing that was better than this particular goal, but at the end of
Right.
the day, I'm just trying to be better, you know, like each and every day, like, and trying to figure out ways to improve. And you can improve in every aspect of your life, you know. We talk
Right.
about it all the time: financially, physically, mentally, spiritually. Like, there's so many different ways that you can grow and be better. And so I think after having that conversation with myself and realizing I'll never be fully satisfied, I think that was something that I like really came to terms with and just understood, like, that's just how I am.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest piece in success, and just knowing yourself. You know, at the end of the day, I know that's what I want in life. And like, you know, like it's going to take a lot of sacrifice. You know, like there's going to be a lot of obstacles to overcome. There's probably going to be people that I miss out on life and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. At the end of the day, this is all a part of the journey. You know, and
Right.
I'm trusting. I'm doing everything I can to like make these things happen. And when I accomplish that thing, there's going to be the next thing.
Fact. And I agree. I think growth is life, bro. Whenever you stop growing in any capacity, that's death, right?
Yep.
When things die, they
Yep.
stop growing. And once you are alive, you have to grow. Because in the day, now you're dying, right? You're diminishing.
Yep.
If you, oh, this is what I know. Imagine if we graduated college, right? Imagine if we just stop. Be like, you know what? We're done. We got degrees. I got a psychology degree. I got economics degree. I'm not learning no more. Do you know how
Mhm.
much more information you're gonna miss?
Oh yeah.
So I feel like just what you said, life is a continual process, and
Yep.
growing and growth for us is like that's something that's gonna keep occurring until we're dead, bro. We have to
Yep.
keep learning. Like you said, bro. Like if you imagine when you plant, there are some times you're gonna sit back and enjoy your harvest. But after that harvest, you have to plant again for your crops to grow. Because if you just sit there and enjoy your harvest, everything gonna finish, right? You're gonna start over. So it's always gonna be that
Yep.
growth stage. We gotta keep growing,
Yep.
and that's how we become better in all aspects, bro. So I totally agree. Same here. I don't think I'll ever stop. I would never
Yeah.
stop.
Never
I'm
stop.
thirsty for this game.
Thirsty, baby. He said,
I'm thirsty. I'm
thirsty,
thirsty for success.
baby. And I'm thirsty.
I want it bad,
but
bro.
but now, man, I think, not even think. I know great things are coming, man. I know this is going to be an amazing year. I'm really excited about 2024. It's crazy that we're already in 2024. You know, well, the crazy thing was I thought 2022 was the fastest year in human history. It's
Oh,
not,
bro.
23 took the cake, because I was like, bro, that's the fastest year I feel like ever in life. But I mean, needless to say, we're here in 2024.
Right,
Upwards, man. You know, like it's January 1st. We got a lot to accomplish by December 31st of 2024. You know, and then obviously looking on to 2025. I know Marco mentioned one of his goals is by 2025 he wants to be at a point where he can add professional placement staffing to his company. You know, like I'm sure we have a lot of plans that we're already that's already planning ahead. You know, to Diamond's point,
right,
into what 2025 looks like and stuff like that. And that's the mindset that we got to have. But we're going to accomplish a lot of
right.
great things here in 2024. So you know, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here with y'all, man, and celebrating bringing in the new year the right way. It's the Kobe year, baby.
Yeah,
It's the
and
Kobe.
What's
go
I
ahead,
was
Cass.
just gonna ask, what's the number one thing that y'all think y'all need to change from 2023 to 2024 that you feel like would have the biggest impact on the success you're trying to achieve?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I would say for me, my focus, bro, because I think 2024 I was focused, but I was distracted and I wasn't really organized as I know I should be So what I've been doing is just having my day planned out,
Yeah.
making sure I,
Yeah.
okay,
You
because I was gonna, yeah, just making sure that everything was structured because I feel like I wasn't consistent with my scheduling, on things that I need to do at a specific time. I believe that if I do that in 2024 and making sure that I'm good with time management, making sure I'm
you're cutting out, DG. Can't hear you.
No. No. I agree with him though. Um,
Nope.
no.
that boy, that boy got the iPhone 1. That boy got the iPhone 1. What you got going going on over there, DG?
I think he got a phone call and it hated on him for a little bit. But
You might have to pop out and pop back in.
yep. But I agree with him. Like in terms of scheduling, I actually said something a little earlier in your clip when y'all asked a question, but I literally put scheduling.
Yeah.
And it's not that I haven't followed a schedule this entire time, but for me now, I'm living my life off of the schedule. Everything that comes into a schedule, whether I got brushing my teeth on the schedule, right?
Yep.
Everything that could go on in my day, I have it planned out.
back.
All right, for sure, we can hear you. But I was just saying, DJ, I agree with you. Like everything of my day is planned out, whether it's reading to my kids, whether it's doing yoga, whether it's playing the guitar for 30 minutes, whether it's streaming or cutting videos for the streams that I do, right? Everything is on my schedule, and I agree 1,000%. Like for me, I wanted to take the thinking out of it.
Yep.
Right. The wasted time of trying to process what I do. I do it. When's the best time to do it? And just lay it all out, and then follow that daily.
Yep.
For me, and then you kind of find a flow, and it just becomes second nature at that point. Instead of having to think to yourself, "What do I have to do?" Just literally list it and just act.
Right.
Don't think,
Right.
"Oh, do I want to do this right now? Should I go to the gym?" Like, no, it's on your schedule.
Right.
Do it.
Right.
Follow the list. Then you'll be amazed, I think, by how much stuff that you can accomplish. So I agree, DG. I think following that schedule, it's the same thing for me. I think it's going to be the biggest differentiator from last year and this year, and allowing me to achieve so many more things because I've removed thought and I just put out the action to accomplish the goal.
Yep. And I agree wholeheartedly with both of you. I honestly think that's the one thing that I need to in order to succeed in everything that I want to do is just being more regimented, just being very diligent about how I structure my time, my days, and just time is our most important aspect in life. I don't like, there's nothing more in this life that I hate than time wasted. So I think it's important to be diligent about your time and to be more structured. And that's honestly never been a strength of mine. I've never really been good at scheduling and structuring and stuff like that. That's why, I think I welcome it the most, is because it's something that's out of my comfort zone. But I've also come to realize how much it helps me. It makes a world of a difference. And to Pete's point earlier, writing everything down. I think all of that stuff, it cements everything that you're trying to do. And remind yourself. And that's I think the one thing that is going to be implemented in 2024. That's going to be a life-changing thing for us, and it's going to be a life-changing year for us. I know that, in 2024. and that's why I'm most excited about it. You know, like
Right.
it's crazy that we're already here in 2024, but I'm also like there's time to get it. It's time to get it, baby.
Right. No, I agree. And before we conclude, I know we're coming to the end time. Before we conclude, man, I just want to say in 2024, if you are trying to procrastinate, buy. If you're not trying to elevate your life, buy. If you're not trying to hit the gym, buy. If you're not trying to make 6 or 7 figures, buy. We ain't got time for this, bro.
We ain't got time for it. We ain't got time for
We
greatness.
got time for this, man. We try to elevate, man. I
That's
believe that we have to surround ourselves and yeah, with people who are trying to reach to that next level.
yeah,
Because I feel like right now we want to win the championship. I think if you want
yeah.
to win the championship, you need to have people around you
Mhm.
who are trying to win the championship. Oh yeah, we're trying to win a playoff game now. That's cool. That's a good goal. We're gonna win the playoff game before we get there, but the goal is to win the championship. And I think the goal right now is to just go all in, bro. And I'm happy to have you guys in my corner, bro. Like real talk, man. It means a
Like
lot. Just having people that who want it bad as you, who are willing to like hold you accountable and help you
yeah,
get there, man. So yeah, I
yeah,
appreciate you guys. Happy 2024, man.
yeah,
We on.
yeah,
It's valuable, man. Like the check-in, right? It's like I want it. I'm focused. The moment I get distracted, I got somebody to be like, "Yo, how are you doing right now?
Right.
What have you accomplished? Where are you at on your goals list?" Right? Because like you just need that, right? It's tough to be on every moment, right?
Facts.
So when you have a cycle of people who are on, and you just going
Right.
through a cycle, maybe 4 people burnt out, but one person's still on,
mhm,
and he
Right.
put on into everybody else, and it just kind of flows that way, right? So I agree, man. It's nice to have y'all in my corner, and I'm grateful for the conversations that we've had, and
yeah,
um, the help that we've been able to give other people through having these conversations. But I cannot wait to see what comes from the work that we've been
yeah,
putting in. Like that's the greatest part, right? Because your life can change with a handshake, like you were
Facts.
saying. Your life can change tomorrow just
yeah,
off
Facts.
the work that you've been putting in. And if you've been putting it in, you're going to carry that forward and be able to walk through that
yeah,
door
yeah.
and you know get the benefit of that. So I'm looking forward to it, man. And hell yeah, happy New Year, bro. Happy 2024 for real.
Yeah, this is the year of stay ready and got to get ready, man. You
Sir.
know, like
Yeah.
that's literally it. We've laid the foundation. We're taking every shot, and we just gonna see where this goes. And I'm excited to see what fruits bear from all the hard work and labor that we put in come December 31st of 2024 when we check in again, and
Amen.
just I guess just uh rebel at all the things that we've accomplished. Like I look forward to that, and I'm grateful for y'all, man. I'm grateful for my brothers, for everybody who's along this journey, and we just figuring it out, man. But this is just the tip of the iceberg,
Right.
so like that's the best piece about this all is this is only the beginning, so
Right.
I look forward to what we accomplished in 2024. Happy New Year to y'all, man. Happy New Year to my guy Marco
Yeah.
tapped in. Um,
Marco, appreciate you.
yeah, appreciate y'all, man. It's going to be a great year, man. It is. Like I
Right.
like we said earlier, there's something in the air. So just
Right.
bask in it, just take it all in. Take some deep breaths,
Right.
breathe all it
I'm
in, because there's something.
excited. I'm excited to have this live a year from
Yeah,
now.
For real,
absolutely.
bro. I'm excited, man. But I'm gonna say this is buy, but that's a bias. Like I'll like.
My man,
All right,
bye.
fellas.
Bye.
All right, y'all.
All right,
Easy.
Peace out.
Easy.